I'm Susan White Bergamy, class of 1966, former chair of the Alumni Association Council's Nominations and Awards Committee. The Nominations and Awards Committee, affectionately known as the NOMCOM, is a standing committee of the Alumni Association Council. Its members are all members of the council, and they are appointed to serve on the Nominations and Awards Committee by the President of the Council. The responsibilities of the Nominations and Awards Committee include the annual selection of the Alumni Award recipients and the biennial selection of the candidates for elected alumni trustee and the nomination of the young alumni trustee. This particular work is done in close cooperation with the Board of Trustees. I've enjoyed working with the NOMCOM for several reasons. We get to identify alumni, staff, faculty who made a very big difference in the world and are doing wonderful work. It's one of the most special things that the NOMCOM gets to do. Getting to meet the recipients at homecoming or on other occasions is it's just a bonus, because then you're making a personal connection with these people that you may or may not have known when we began the process. The other thing that I have really enjoyed is working with members of the committee over the years. Today, we are celebrating each of our 2020 and 2021 award recipients who join a distinguished group of outstanding alumni who are previous recipients of these awards. Each of the Alumni Awards is named for a person who made significant contributions to the college during their time there. These awards have a long history and are an important part of college tradition. The Benezet and Warner Awards have been presented annually since 1985, the Riley Award since 1995, and the Spirit of Adventure Award, which is named for Professor Robert M. Orms, since 2010. The NOMCOM solicits nominations from a broad segment of the college community, including alumni, administration, faculty, staff, and students. All nominations are given thoughtful and thorough consideration by the members of the Nominations and Awards Committee. The committee members are independent thinkers. They are respectful of one another. Everybody is listened to. Everybody is heard. Everyone has a voice. Their work is to be commended because these are important decisions and they're not taken lightly.
The Louis T. Benezet Award recognizes outstanding achievement in one's chosen field, excellence through unusual success or contribution, innovation or research that has advanced a profession or a cause, and/or extraordinary contributions and achievements that have impacted people's lives and exemplify the values of a liberal arts education. These attributes characterize the important contributions of the late Louis T. Benezet, President of Colorado College from 1955 to 1963. The 2020 recipients of the Louis T. Benezet Award are Raleigh Bowden, class of 1974, and Lance Chesluck, class of 1982. Raleigh chose to attend CC as she was looking for a liberal arts school which wasn't too large. She wanted to leave the Northwest, but the East Coast felt too far away. She was intrigued by the block plan. She shared that many of the deep friendships she made as a student have lasted to this day. Although her memories of organic chemistry may not be among her favorites, other adventures with her CC classmates constitute some of her most treasured moments. She recalls a cross-country ski trip with Eggs Benedict on the menu, a backpack trip to the Canyonlands, and a raft trip down the Green River at the end of graduation. From her CC experience, she learned that she could create a path that might be different from others she had seen. She started a Girl Scout troop for disadvantaged kids in Colorado Springs. She earned a medical degree and had a successful career in academic medicine before shifting her focus to create a different career. She combined her training in oncology and infectious diseases to develop community-based programs to fill the gaps in services for the elderly and those facing health challenges, including their care and end-of-life comfort. She continues to have the confidence to listen to the needs of the communities around her and to create something new to address those needs by envisioning a better world, one person at a time. Lance came to CC as a first-generation college student. During the first week of his first class, Introduction to Ethics, he realized he had found a place that would both support and help him foster independent critical thinking using a value-based lens. He shared that he found that revelation to be both exciting and terrifying. He has said that the variety of classes he took at CC helped him navigate the non-scientific course his life has taken. The liberal arts education helped channel the lens of a chemistry major and prepared him for a different challenge. CC's encouragement of service work took root and became the North Star which has guided his path. He set out to study the needs of the poor in the impoverished San Luis Valley. He became director of La Puente, the first established rural homeless shelter in the country, which has grown to be the largest multi-service organization in rural Colorado with a safety net of programs that help families to stabilize and thrive. Over 600 CC students have had a service learning experience with La Puente, serving to raise their awareness about rural homelessness and to inspire them to become socially minded leaders. Lance shared that he is always and forever a student. Each day is a form of classroom. Anyone can be his teacher. CC didn't teach him so much what to think, but how to think. The 2021 recipient of the Louis T. Benezet Award is Kelvin Taketa, class of 1976. Kelvin chose to attend CC because of the block plan and the freedom it allows for students to have a stronger hand in designing their own course of studies. He says that as a cowboy from Hawaii who had never seen snow or ice, he found attending his first hockey game to be mind-boggling, both the game and the atmosphere. This epitomized his reasons for attending CC. The block plan taught him as a self-professed procrastinator to meet deadlines and to develop the time management skills which have been crucial parts of his success in his professional and philanthropic career. He believes that cooperation is the byword when working with others to do great stuff. He quotes the old Chinese proverb, "May you live in interesting times," meaning challenging times which give opportunity to make a difference. He believes that philanthropy, which benefits other people, also benefits the person who is giving back. He has shared his unique gifts, his passion, and his dedication with Hawaii and its people, and others who have been fortunate to work with him. The Lloyd E. Warner Award recognizes outstanding loyalty, service, and generosity to the college as evidenced by continuing concern and support for students and the quality of teaching and learning, as well as the general well-being and future excellence of the institution. These attributes characterize the many years of service and effective contributions of Lloyd E. Warner, class of 1942, who served as a faculty member, dean, and ultimately president of Colorado College from 1964 to 1981. The 2020 recipient of the Lloyd E. Warner Award is Christine Moon Schluter, class of 1965 and parent of a 1991 alumna. In 1959, Chris traveled from Harlem, Georgia to attend the Girl Scout Roundup north of Colorado Springs. She describes the experience of getting off the train and seeing Pikes Peak as somewhat like a religious transformation. She became a Westerner instantaneously. While at CC, she was surrounded by the beauty of the natural world which sustained her lifelong love of nature and the outdoors. She developed the strong writing skills which gave her an enduring advantage in her professional work and volunteer assignments. She states that she is grateful for the criticism and guidance she received from her professors her freshman year, which helped her to grow as a writer. CC was a haven for her, providing intellectual exploration and lifelong friendships with both faculty members and classmates. Her upbringing in rural Georgia shaped her awareness of the effects of poverty, poor education, and racism, and galvanized her desire to help bring about change. Her work at Colorado College and in the broader world reflects this passion and commitment. The 2021 recipient is Karen Recknitzer Pope, class of 1970 and parent of a 2004 alumnus. Karen shared that she had Colorado College on her college list as a fine small liberal arts college. Pushed by her high school's college counselor, she applied and was awarded a Boettcher Scholarship, which cemented her decision to attend. She recalls studying for art history exams in the Fine Arts Center, which was a perfect venue. She also enjoyed tour choir rehearsals, performances, tours, and singing in Shove Chapel. She credits a post-graduation travel trip to England and Europe and her senior year classics professor, Louis Geiger, who launched her graduate school path, as the catalysts for her successful career as an art historian. She has shared her knowledge and love of art history with undergraduates in the classroom and with adults on study tours with Art Insight Incorporated, Adventures in Art History. Her endowed scholarship in art history gives recipients the freedom to focus on their liberal arts education, which is the opportunity she had as a CC student. She continues to be an ambassador for the college and the liberal arts.
I think parents and students should care about the recognition of these outstanding alumni because the college is a thing that we all have in common. It gives each of us something special that we carry forward into our lives and into the work that we do in the world. By being aware of other alumni who have pursued these very interesting paths, I find myself thinking, oh my gosh, the work of these people is remarkable, and it's diverse, and they're caring about other people in the world, and they're doing something significant. Their awareness is there, and I think they serve, knowing about them through this process brings an awareness to the rest of us.
The Gresham Riley Award recognizes faculty and staff who have made a significant difference to the Colorado College community through outstanding service, commitment, and accomplishment. The continuing concern for and support of students and alumni demonstrated by such individuals ensures the general well-being and future excellence of the college. These accomplishments exemplify the important contributions made by Gresham Riley, the 10th president of Colorado College from 1981 to 1992. The 2020 Gresham Riley awardees are Victor Nelson Cisneros and Susan Grace. Victor Nelson Cisneros served Colorado College for 31 years under 5 different deans and was instrumental in developing inclusion and visibility across the college. One of the President's Leadership Awards is named for him, the Victor Nelson Cisneros Diversity and Inclusion Award. Victor was known for being candid, compassionate, and direct. Alumna Nancy Hernandez shared a story about her visit to Victor's office when she had failed her first class at CC. Victor spoke to her in Spanish, putting her at ease. He provided support, advice, and resources to help her succeed, and even stood with her family during graduation. Senior Vice President and Chief of Staff Mike Edmonds shared, Victor Nelson Cisneros has been a mentor and a friend to generations of students at CC. For many years, Victor served as one of the few people of color in the administration. In this regard, he took seriously his desire to pay forward and create a community and environment that allowed people from underrepresented populations to succeed at CC, I am one of them. Edmonds also commented that Victor, even though he was a history major, loved to study rocks and gems, and that Victor himself was a rock and a gem for so many. Victor himself says, "Well, I understand the notion that change takes time, and one has to keep at it and persevere, and keep the issues, and the numbers, and the desire for more in front of everybody. You can't get tired of raising the issues." While at CC, Victor Nelson Cisneros raised the issues and was an agent for change. When Susan came to Colorado Springs, she became a member of the Colorado Springs Symphony Trio. A performance at the Fine Arts Center led to meeting Max Lanner, a former member of the CC Music Department, who recommended that she be appointed to teach piano at the college, and as she puts it, the rest is history. Susan states that the one thing she has learned at CC which sticks with her is that anything is possible. If you dream big enough, and if you are persistent enough, people will listen. Her impact on the CC Music Department has been far-reaching. As an inspiring teacher and mentor for her students and colleagues, and as a critically acclaimed musician, performer, and recording artist. With support from the college and the music department, she has been able to grow the music department performance programs and to bring the CC Summer Music Festival to the campus, thereby enriching the vibrant arts culture at CC and in the broader community. The 2021 Gresham Riley Award recipient is Maggie Santos, class of 1986. Maggie followed her brother to Colorado College as he loved the block plan, and in her words, he sold it well. Their younger brother is also a CC graduate. All three of them were CC swimmers. She states that from her experience at CC, she has lived what she calls her CC block plan of life, changing jobs, starting new adventures, and always growing. As a student, a significant memory was traveling to Mexico for a semester abroad with a group of students she might not have known otherwise, and learning with them as they immersed themselves in the language and culture of the country. As Director of Campus Safety, she has moved the focus of campus safety from enforcement to responsiveness and kindness, and has worked collaboratively with students, neighbors of the college, and community partners to provide a safe and secure experience for all on campus. Her work exemplifies her belief that policing is not above the community, but that it comes from the community. Although Maggie retired in early September 2021, as Director of Campus Safety after 6 years at CC, she plans to stay on as CC's COVID-19 Emergency Manager and support in that capacity until further notice. She has intrepidly led and helped us all get through the darkest days of COVID as part of the COVID-19 response team. Before her tenure at CC, she served the Colorado Springs Police Department for nearly 25 years. The Spirit of Adventure Award recognizes an alumnus or alumna who exemplifies the unique CC experience through a life of intellectual, social, or physical adventure. These attributes are characterized by the late Robert M. Orms, class of 1926, a Colorado College English professor from 1952 to 73, who was the inaugural award recipient. The 2020 Spirit of Adventure Award recipients were Sean Sears, class of 1998, and Laura Dickerson Sears, class of 1999. Laura came to CC from rural Kentucky, wanting to be in a more academically challenging liberal environment where she could meet other people connected to nature and the outdoors. Sean chose and loves CC because it's the best place to be in the world. With the block plan, he found a real sense of community and connection as everyone was in it together, through the highs and the lows. Laura remembers her freshman year 2-block course in geology, which forever changed the way she sees and understands the world. Sean remembers riding his crappy bike from campus to Aspen on multiple block breaks with 100 other students and professors. They were all experiencing the beauty of the mountains together, the highs and the lows. During a post-graduation experience as classroom teachers with Teach for America in the Mississippi Delta, they saw a pressing need for students from disadvantaged communities to have meaningful educational experiences outside of the classroom. This led to the founding of Vida Verde in 2001. It is sustained with their passion to change lives in a positive, connect with nature, sustainable way. Laura shared that the block plan provided her with a strong work ethic and taught her that it is okay to be vulnerable and to ask for help in the face of challenges. Sean shared that his experience at CC poised him to take action, to use his personal privilege, potential, and capability to make a real difference. Together, through their commitment to Vida Verde, Sean and Laura have done just that. The Spirit of Adventure Award for 2021 goes to Jake Norton, class of 1996. Jake grew up in New England. He chose to come west to CC because he wanted something different, a place that would connect with his core. As a budding climber, he was attracted to the nearby climbing access, to the deep history of climbing at CC, the rigorous but different academics, the block plan, the flexibility, and an engaged student body ready to work, study, and play hard. He recalls deep and engaging discussions, learning and growing in both classrooms and during afternoons on the crags of Turkey Rocks. CC life was not about norms, rather it was about grabbing life by the horns and engaging in it fully in every way. Jake shared that he learned, more than anything, to think outside the box, to not be confined by norms, to accept what is as what must continue to be. He learned to be a passionate advocate for the causes dear to him and the humanity around him. He shared that Robert M. Orms stands as one of his personal heroes, not only for what he did in the mountains, but more importantly how and why he did it. Jake has followed in his footsteps through his care for mountains, mountain people, cultures, ecosystems, and the environment.
I'd like to thank you for your consideration and participation in the recognition of extraordinarily accomplished members of the Colorado College community. I'd also like to say that it has been my honor to have served on the Alumni Association Council as the chair of the Nominations and Awards Committee. Thank you.